What's going on, YouTube? We're back with another brand new Pacers Gaming video. Today I've got my guy Nick, aka Swizz. How's it going, Swizz?
It's going pretty good. How about you?
Good, man, good. Swizz is one of the best sharpshooters in the NBA 2K League and across 2K as a whole. So we're going to talk about his animations, why he's chosen what he has, and what he thinks is the best to give him the best opportunity to win. Sound good, Swizz?
Sounds good.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click it over here to your settings. Boom, there we go. We can see everything. Let's jump right into it, Swizz. Your jump shot, talk to me why you have 98.
It's just a very fast jump shot. I mean, like, it's a very popular jump shot in this 2K. I mean, I'm pretty sure probably like at least 80% of people use it, honestly. Yeah, I mean, it's just a very good jump shot. I think it really works for almost like a lot of the builds, especially like if you're a shooter. I mean, there's a lot of other good jump shots you could go with, but this one just suits best for me. I mean, it just works.
Awesome. And so you obviously have it as your base. Do you change your release?
No, I didn't put a release. I just use it as default. So maybe for the league, like it will be like that too. Maybe, who knows?
Got it.
So
perfect.
Yeah.
Smart. Okay. So jump shot 98. And then as a sharpshooter, do you have Hall of Fame quick draw on? Is that what you're rolling with?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I
All
have
right.
Hall of Fame.
Sounds good. So 98 on the base, Hall of Fame quick draw for Swizz. And then free throw, you're using MJ. Why MJ?
It's just like pretty quick. I just think it's like easy to tell, like when because I use a shot meter, so I think it's easy to tell like when he has his release point for it. I don't know, it just worked for me, and it's just what I stuck with like for a long time. I haven't really messed with free throws too much. I think it's I literally like messed around with two of them, and this one just worked, so I just stuck with it.
And this is the one that's worked in previous 2Ks really well.
Yeah,
I think
it's been a very popular one in past 2Ks also, for sure.
Yep. Good deal. All right, moving on here. We have the Stephen Curry dribble pull-up. What do you like about that?
I just think it's really quick. I'm pretty sure another good one's Athletic 3, if I'm not mistaken. But this one's just very quick, and Stephen Curry's like my favorite player, so it matches pretty well. But yeah, it's just a very quick pull-up to get off if you're coming off a screen as a sharp to just pull it up. It's pretty hard to time, I think, if you don't get used to it, especially with no shot meter. But once you get the timing down, it's pretty good, I think.
Perfect. All right. You have normal spin jumpers, normal hop jumpers. Just keep those the same. Probably not taking many, right?
I've never taken like really a spin jumper or a hop jumper on a sharp, so I just don't mess with it, to be honest. Like, it's just not something that's a high percentage shot, so it's not something I'm looking forward to doing.
Got it. Okay. Fade 2 as a post fade?
No, I'm not really taking any post fades. So,
yeah.
I literally just left those default because I don't do them ever.
Gotcha. And same with post hook. No meager bingers very often.
No meager bingers out here.
Sounds good. All right, moving up to your dribble moves. You're dribbling a little bit as a sharp, obviously not as much as a point guard.
PG, you could get some moves going. It's not that great, but you can get some moves out there, kind of.
Okay. And you are a shooting guard, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
This one right here I made as a point guard. I started with a shooting guard and then ended up making a point guard.
Got it. Okay. So you have dribble style quick. What do you think there?
So like that's like when they're just like dribbling the ball. I just think it's just like he like just does it like quick. It's just quick. Like he just does it up and down. It's like not no hand movement. So I just think it's the fastest one. So like you can mix your other moves together with it.
Perfect. And then Kobe Bryant size up, one of the most popular in 2K20.
Yeah, for sure. I think that one's a very good one. I also think AI is a pretty solid one, but I think Kobe Bryant for sharps is the best one.
Perfect. All right. Now moving to the specific dribble styles here, you have normal 3 crossover.
Yeah, so like that's like when you're coming up the court and like you move your right stick to the left or the right and he does like the cross. That one just I think is just like really clean, and like I've honestly used this one in like almost every 2K. I think it's like been the same thing pretty much, and it's always been the best one in my opinion. It just looks the smoothest and like the quickest, I think.
Okay.
So you want the most speed as a sharp you could get with your dribble move, so I think this one gives him the momentum when you do the move.
Perfect. And then we all know NBA 2K20, the year of the behind the back. You've gone with Pro 6.
Yeah, it's not the glitchy behind the back where you're like speed boosting off it, but it's when you're coming up the court and you do it behind the back. There's some other good ones though, like Pro 5 is pretty good. Also Pro 3, I like also, but Pro 6, honestly, like it's a hard decision to choose a behind the back. I think there's several good ones. It's just the one I think like the most, honestly. I like this one because like if I do it off a screen, it kind of takes me at an angle.
Yep.
With the screen, and then I can shoot off it. But with the other ones, it kind of just when you do the behind the back, you kind of just keep going straight, and you don't go off to like an angle, kind of.
Sure.
So that's why I like this one over the other ones.
Yeah, it almost like creates that space for you to just be able to pull quickly, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Good deal. All right, Pro 4 moving spin. Use that much?
I honestly never spin, but this one just looked the best. So if I do spin, I just went with this one.
Gotcha.
I'm never really doing a spin as a sharp at all.
Sure. Okay. Pro 8 moving hezi.
Yeah, so I like this one because if you do the hezi as the sharp and then going into the behind the back, even though it's a slow behind the back, it works literally like every time. With other hesitations, like if you do the hezi and then try to do the behind the back, it won't work every single time. So that's why I like this one, and it just like correlates with it. I think Pro 3 is another good hesitation, or I think it's Pro 5 or Pro 3. Crap.
One of Pro 3 or Pro 5.
Yeah, I forgot, but it's one of the other ones I like. Not on a sharp to use, but as a sharp, I like Pro 8 for sure the most.
Okay, triple threat normal 2.
Yeah, it's just like your style, like when you're holding the ball. Like I just like I don't know. I just like how he just like sits low with it. I just like the way it looks. Honestly, I don't think there's nothing too glitchy about it. I think it's just like the way you like the look of it.
Got it. Okay. No worries there. What about dunks and layups here? I see you're going default small, which is also what we just made the video with Nate. He uses default small on his lock as well.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, there's not too many options I get to choose. So it's like this or like fundamentals, and there's one other. I can't remember the name, but yeah, they just don't. I just think this one's like the most basic layup package. It doesn't do anything too crazy, so to get blocked and stuff. So yeah, I think this is the most simple ones to get layups in.
Perfect. And then
the other ones do some like weird things with it. I don't want to try and get blocked with them.
Exactly. When you're playing at the highest level, some of you guys might play park and want those flashy layup packs, but for Swizz, mostly pro-am and playing at the highest level. So we don't like those flashy cockbag jellies because you're getting smacked more often than not. All right, rim grazers off 1 and rim grazers off 2 for your dunk packs.
Yeah, so there's nothing, get too many dunks as a sharp, and those are just like nice crisp ones where he just goes to the rim and just like they're just like right over his head, just get it in. Like there's nothing too flashy about him. It gets the job done. I feel like these dunks really don't get blocked ever really too often. And like I honestly don't even know if I even have any really other options, to be honest with you. I've had these ones on for so long, so yeah. Okay,
because you're not dunking it much, right? Your role is
really
a sharp.
Don't get too many options to dunk, anyways, unless you're on a fast break. Really, like you're really not blowing by someone and blowing by the center also and dunking on both of them or something like that.
Sure.
So yeah,
not very many contacts.
It's like a fast break or miss kind of thing, really.
Sure.
In this 2K.
Good deal. All right. That's your animations. I'm going to throw you a couple rapid fire questions, though, from things we don't see here. I think you mentioned it earlier, but let's talk about shot meter. On or off, and why or why not?
I think off is just the way to go. Even on non-shooting builds, I think it's like pretty good. I think on a center, shot meter is pretty good. But like even on like 4 builds and stuff, I think it's pretty good. Like I just think you green more. Like it just overall, like if you get your shot down, just 100%, you're gonna green more, and your shots are gonna go in more. Until someone can prove me wrong on that, I mean, I just don't think you can. It's proven, like a lot of people use shot meter off. Like it just works, man. Like I think you just gotta practice to get the timing down, and once you do, you'll see a huge success with it.
Perfect. Camera relative or absolute?
Absolute for sure. I don't know how people do camera relative. If you do camera relative, hey man, you're on another level. I know there's quite a few top players that do it. Like I know Dimes uses camera relative. I mean, he just uses all his 2K live, so I mean he's used to it. But I I've used absolute since I've started, and there's no way I could go back. If I'm on camera relative, I'm confused out of my mind trying to do things.
It's definitely different. When I made that video, we have one on our channel, the difference between absolute and camera relative. I play absolute, and trying to go to camera relative, I was baited. It was tough.
It makes things
tough.
so different. Like if you're like on the side, like you're just like, oh man, it's just like you're just lost. It's hard.
Okay, let's see. Camera settings. Do you change any camera settings? Or what camera view do you play on?
I play 2K, and then the zoom in and out is 310, whatever that order is. But I know the first one's 3 and the other one's 10.
Perfect. I think default is 510, and you're the same as Wolf. He backs it up too. I think Nate plays default. So if you're watching, don't play on swivel. Don't play on broadcast. You're not gonna play. Exactly. Not gonna play at a high level. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else people might be interested in. Anything you can think of, Swizz, that you do differently?
I mean, passing, I don't use openness.
Nate said the same thing. Those are my players right there.
Just so I could, I mean, can use it in the league, and like I didn't really use it ever last year either, so it's just not my thing. I mean, if it was in the league, I'd probably use it, honestly, because like everyone would use it.
Yeah.
But since there's just no point to practice with it, I just don't think so. It's just not something I use.
Perfect.
So I put pass direction at like 75, and then the other one's at like 25 or something like that, and then openness is all the way down.
Got it. Perfect. All right. We're going to come out the side by side here. I think that pretty much covers it for SWIZURK'S animations. If you guys have any questions on any of the animations you saw on the screen or things we left out that you're curious about, please leave them down in the chat if you're in the premiere, or in the comments if you're watching later on YouTube, and we'll have Swizz go through the comments and answer anything you guys are curious about. Sound good, Swizz?
Sounds good, or just hit me up on Twitter, whatever.
Boom, even easier. Thanks so much for hanging out, Swizz, sharing your secrets and your animations today.
Hey, no problem, anytime.
Well, guys, thanks so much. If you're watching this before the holidays, we hope you have a happy holiday and a happy new year. A lot more content coming soon in 2020, so stay tuned. From Swizz and Cody and Pacers Gaming, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay.
Gotcha.
So I'll just do an intro real quick, tell people what the settings are, or excuse me, that this is a video on your animations, and then we'll just go through them, basically.
All right.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Talk real quick again for me.
Hello?
Perfect.
Hello.